Welcome back for more Reddit stories. Today we have several tales from tech support for you to enjoy. As always, don't forget to share and like if you enjoy these videos. Without further ado, here we go. Click on the apple. In a former life forever ago, I worked at a contracted call center for Apple Care. This story really only involves myself, OP, and a confused octogenarian lady, Cole. At the time of the story, I was a tier 1 advisor, meaning I was essentially the first person a customer would be talking to when they called in. There was a sweet voice who came on the line about an hour into a long shift. This was Cole. Thank you for calling Apple Tech Support. My name is OP. Can I get your name and issue? Yes, hello, this is Cole, and I have X problem with my MacBook today. Still to this day, for the life of me, I cannot remember the original issue. I'm sorry to hear that. You're saying X is your problem. Are you in front of your Mac right now? Yes, I am. I just have my email open. Oh, that's fine, Cole. What I need you to do to get started is click on the apple in the upper left corner, go to About This Mac, and read something off for me. Long pause. I hear minor frustrated grunting. Madam, are you there? Yes, I'm having a problem with that. Every time I click on the apple, the screen goes dark. I'm a bit shocked by this and wondering what this could actually be. There's no way a simple click on the apple would turn the display off. I tried probing for more information. So all you're doing is moving your cursor to the apple, clicking, and the screen goes black. Yes. Okay, is your screen back? Yeah. Okay, is your still email open? Yes. Okay, go ahead and quit your email and we'll try again. Okay, email is closed. Moving the arrow and screen is black again. There's about 20 minutes of me making sure that this is in fact a MacBook, a recent one, and she is in fact our customer. I then have a sinking, dreadful feeling about something. I have her tell me what color the apple is. Madam, what color is the apple, the one you're trying to click on? Let me see. I'll just close the lid and find out. It's white. I dropped my head on my desk. My suspicion was confirmed. For over 20 minutes, this nice sweet old lady has been closing her MacBook and physically tapping on the Apple logo on its back. I was both laughing and extremely frustrated at this point. I could not continue. Madam, I'm going to escalate you to a senior advisor, is all I could muster through my headset. After trying my hardest to remain professional when talking to the senior advisor, they are often in another call center, I immediately go to my supervisor and plead with him to never listen to that call. My pleas were in vain and it took a while to lift that call down. We don't have an iPad. I was doing inventory at our 40 or so location across the country, which involved emailing, calling, texting, begging, screaming and crying, trying to get the staff to just send me the serial numbers for their iPads. Every location got instructions via email telling them to remove the case and look at the serial number engraved near the bottom of the backside of the iPad, or they had the option to go through settings and screenshot it for us. One location was particularly adamant that they didn't have an iPad. I called them on FaceTime to talk to them face to face. Me is me, clueless employee is the clueless employee. Me: hey, we're just trying to get the serial number from your iPad so we can log it in our inventory. Clueless employee: I told you over email that we don't have an iPad. Oh, well, what device are we FaceTiming on? It's a Logi tablet. What? It's a Logi tablet, not an iPad. Me, what makes you say that? Because that's what it says on the box. Me, which box? Can you show me? Ugh, hang on. CE goes to dig out this box she's talking about and shows me. What she has is the box that the iPad keyboard case came in. It's a Logitech brand case. She saw the picture of the case on the box and assumed that's the box the iPad came in. Me, oh, I see the confusion. Can you please take the case off the iPad for me? We don't have an iPad. I'm sorry, what I meant to say was, can you please take the case off the device we're FaceTiming on and see if it has an Apple logo on the back? Ugh, hang on. Grunting, swearing, almost dropping the iPad, and more swearing. Me, did you get the case off? Yes. There is an iPad logo on the back. Okay, please read off the serial number at the bottom. I get the serial number and hang up. It's been a running joke in our office for months now. Apple and Pears. When working for Apple Care phone support, you can get a whole bunch of stories, to the point that what can be hilarious to an outsider becomes pretty forgettable for us. But I'm going to share a story that happened over a year ago. I was already a senior advisor by then, but we often get regular first line calls if the first line is all busy. This was for the UK line. I'm on a different team now. A man comes into the call saying that he's forgotten his phone passcode and now it's disabled. Pretty standard, but I've noticed a pattern that passcode lock customers are usually the ones with the lowest IQ, lowest technical skills. I let him know that he needs a computer to restore the phone back to factory settings with iTunes and he doesn't have one with him. No worries. He's being nice, so I decide to take ownership and we scheduled a call for later in the day, a few hours later. I call him back and ask if he now has a computer, to which he says, yes, I've come to the library and I'm now by the computer. It's a Windows PC and I ask him if iTunes is installed. He doesn't know and we can't seem to find it. I then let him know that libraries don't allow programs to be installed without an admin passport. He asks me to wait a bit and goes away. A few minutes later, he comes back and says he's now by a computer that somehow can install programs, as told by the librarian. We look for iTunes again, still not there. I offer to screen share, but the program doesn't open because it requires an admin password and then this lovely interaction. So I'm pretty sure we won't be able to get iTunes installed on here, but all you need is a Windows computer with Windows 7, 8 or 10 or a Mac and then CS. But this is a Mac. Is it? Okay, let's see if it's up to date then. Can you see the Apple logo on the left corner of the screen? No. Fair enough. The top bar can be hidden. Put your mouse on the corner and wait a couple of seconds. Do you see it now? I still cannot. Right. Can you then see the time on the top right hand corner of the screen? No. Right. Is there a big black apple just below the screen? No, there isn't. So that's not a Mac. Again, find a computer with Windows 7, 8 or 10 or a Mac from a friend or something and let me know by replying to the email I sent you earlier. He never did reply to the email or call back. A good waste of 45 minutes of my life. I'll post some more stories eventually. The computer is just full of shit. I have a few tales from working tech support in a small Canadian town. If this one does well, I may share some of the other gems. So, we were the only computer repair shop in town, and most of my days were spent running malware removal tools, cleaning 5 years of dust out of CPU fan and heatsinks, and diagnosing why some PCs was running slow. For the most part, this was an awesome job. My bosses were really lovely people, they allowed me to use the work car on my days off for personal use, and I was living in a beautiful place. I can't complain. So Karen calls the store and I chat to her. She's a bit rough, so there is always some colorful language when talking to her. Karen, I need you to clean out my computer. Sure thing, is it just running slow or is it complaining that it's running out of space? It's just full of shit and I need you to just clean it up. Okay, sure thing, bring it into the shop and I will throw it on the bench and get working on it. In hindsight, I really should have asked a few more questions. So Karen brings in her computer, leaves it with my boss, and leaves. Luckily for me and unluckily for my boss, I went to lunch, so my boss grabbed the computer to get started on it. He started connecting the cables to the computer, only the computer smelled horrible. He grabbed a screwdriver and opened up the case. When he removed the side of the case, he was greeted with a huge pile of shit. Literal shit inside the computer case. Now, one of the reasons I love my bosses is that they didn't take crap from anyone. So he grabbed the computer and took it outside and left it on the ground. He then phones Karen and screamed at her to come pick up the computer and why the hell did it have shit in it. Apparently they had the side of the case off and then had a puppy that needed to go, so it crapped in the computer. She didn't want to clean it and thought we would be happy to do it. It still boggles my mind that she thought a computer repair company would be happy to remove shit from her computer. Did not expect users to be this stupid. Hey, hi, hello, newbie here, just started my first IT job as a tech support, and after 2 months I already have a couple of facepalm worthy stories. The company I'm currently working at has around 300 users and the IT department has a separate team for server maintenance and team for general technical problems where I'm located. Overall, it has been real nice. Users are mainly friendly and understanding because I'm a new face around here, but every now and then I have encountered shitty behavior and some very biased comments regarding me being a woman and working in IT. All these came from other women. The silent Skype. This one was just plain funny to me, at least. User calls and complains that her Skype is all broken and useless. She can't hear anything through her headset and the other end couldn't hear her either. It worked this morning before I took the laptop to a meeting with me and unplugged the headset, she said. So I went to her office to see what's up. She explains that the USB won't even fit to the computer anymore. I unplugged the headset, turn the USB around, plug it in again, it fits, and behold, magic, Skype works again. Do I really have to press that every time? Side note, in our company, every user has a laptop, dock, 1 or 2 screens, and of course, keyboard and a mouse. The woman of the story is known to be a tedious one. She's always bitchy and don't know how to use any kind of device. So we have to deal with her a lot. For the sake of this story, let's call her Karen. Karen came up and complained that her keyboard doesn't work at all, and that it's very important that we make it work immediately. My co-workers were busy, so I went with her and she was not pleased. Karen: "Oh, so I got you," scans me from head to toe. "Yes, but I'm sure that I will get it fixed in no time though." Karen shakes her head: "Are you even educated for this job?" Me: "Well, yeah, I'm soon to be master in information technology." "Well, you sure don't look like that." We get to her office and I start troubleshooting. She went to get her coffee since it's probably gonna take a while. Side eye. I look through the device manager and see that one of the dock's USB ports says unknown device. So I just switched ports with the mouse and everything worked again. To be sure, I rebooted the computer just to see if the problem would appear again. No, all fine and dandy. I went to get her from the break room and she was very surprised and skeptical. "Hey, everything is working again. The dock just didn't recognize the keyboard for some reason." Karen: "You fixed it?" "Well, I bet it won't work again if I reboot the computer. You just don't do your work properly." "Oh, I rebooted it just in case and everything is working." "You didn't do it properly, let me do it." "Sure." Karen: instead of pressing restart, she presses shutdown and shuts the whole computer. Waits the screen to wake up, they don't, because the computer is turned off, and starts violently smash the keyboard to wake the screens. "See, it doesn't work. I want," name of the older coworker, "to come and fix this because you apparently cannot." Me: goes to the computer, starts it again, and shows that the keyboard is in fact working. "You have to press the power button to start the computer if you turn it off. See?" Karen: "What do you mean I have to press that button every time? So inconvenient." Me: I still have got some stories left to tell and probably many more to come, but this is long enough already. Sorry for the possible grammar errors. So those were the stories for today's video. If you enjoyed this video, a like would be highly appreciated. It really does help my channel out. Also, if you enjoy this and want to stay up to date on the latest videos, then don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for listening and I will see you in the next video.